Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Guinea Pigs with Greg. Today we're going to be looking at our teddies. So we did the Goldens in the last episode, and today we're going to be looking at the teddies to just see what's going on in the shed, assess some of our youngsters, see where we're going there, and then also we can have a look at our show team potentially and things that we're thinking about using in the breeding pen and make some plans for the future. So I hope you enjoy these. So we'll start off with some baby boars. This one I really like. He's a tricolour boar. Most of my pigs are tricolour these days. And I quite like the width of his head and the shape of his head. That blaze really gives the exuberance of width, but the body shape's really nice. The coat is a touch thin at the rump, so we want that to thicken up if he's going to have a place in our show and breeding team. But the basics are all there, and I'm quite impressed with him. Would I like a rounder eye? Of course I would. This boar is phenomenal in size and shape. Really excels in the head, the eye and the ear. The body shape is lovely, and the depth and cleanness of colour is again superb. I really like him, but he's a pig of two halves, so on the other side he's much more golden. I'm hoping that the coat will gain some more texture. It's got plenty of density and it's good coverage across, but I do want a touch more harshness in the coat, only a touch more, and that would just make this pig absolutely complete. But I don't think he's going anywhere for the time being. This boar is from Danish lines. Benedicta provided the father for this, and the mother was from Lilliput Cavies. It's a lovely, well-marked boar. Again, fantastic head. I just want to see the sides start to lift and a bit more density to the coat. But he's very young, so he's got everything going for him at the moment, but teddies can change, so we'll just see how he runs on. This little cream black and white tri-boar, again, very well marked, nice and clean. Lovely eye and ear and a nice head shape. At the moment he's going through that tatty stage, but I like to see how that coat's lifting, especially at the sides. So there's a bit of promise here, and I do like him, so fingers crossed he'll stay. We'll move on to the sows now. So this little sow has a little bit of show potential. I just like a slightly larger ear if I'm really honest, but the coat coverage is great and the density and texture is all there. So providing she grows in balance, this pig should see the show table for at least a couple of shows before going into the breeding pen. This sow always catches my eye. I think that clean cut between the gold and the black really makes her stand out. She's got a lovely wide head and a fantastic shoulder. I'm really hoping to get this one on the show bench at some point during the year, and at the end of that, definitely into the breeding pen. Then we have a couple of sows, all from the same litter, and they've all got some very useful attributes. This sow in particular has got a very tall head with nice big ears and eye and good width of head. The coat looks to be coming through, but it's very hard to assess at this stage until you've actually molted through. You can get a gauge for how dense and what the texture is going to be like. But she'll stay here until she's molted out and we can make an informed decision. And this is the litter sister. Again, I really like her, that width of head, the squareness of head, and that nice body shape, as well as that good demarcation between the buff and the black. Really makes her stand out and looks very striking. This coat hopefully will have a lot of density because there's quite a lot of coat actually there when I put my hands through it. So again, another potential breeding, possibly show sow. This is the third sow from the litter. I just don't like the way her ears are set, if I'm really honest, and the brindling throughout the coat. The white is very, very dense though, and the head shape is quite nice. But she's just got a few things that I don't really want to pass on to my youngsters. So she will probably find a new home. And this sow is the result of a joint breeding project between myself and Lilliput Cavies. This is the sow that Michelle said that I was able to keep, and I really enjoy this sow. She's got such a lovely head shape. The coat is a little bit flat towards the sides, but I think she's going to be very useful. Again, that nice clean colour, the lovely blaze accentuates the shape of the head, and I'm really thankful that I'm allowed to keep her here in my shed. Next we have two sisters. These were very good size when they were born, and they've got fantastic eye and ear. The shape of the head is superb, and the coat, there's a wealth of coat. Just waiting for the direction to settle a little, but I'm sure once that grows out and they fully molt, we're going to have something special. And this is the other sister. I really love the blaze. The ears are lovely, the body shape's fantastic, and she just stands in such a way. This is her from the other side, again, completely different pig from both sides, but there's a little bit of potential here, and I'm really pleased. This sow was unlucky, and she had a little bit of regrowth when she was younger. She got chewed by her mum. So the coat hasn't quite come through to make a full assessment, but I think I might find her a new home. She's very good head, eye and ear, but not knowing what the coat's actually like, I think I've got enough here that I don't need to take a gamble at all. I'm sure she'll do very well with someone else. Then we have a few really diddy sows. I like the look of this. Again, really hard to tell at this stage, but you can just get a gauge for the head shape and the wealth of coat. This is the other sister, slightly bigger in head and bigger in ear, and I love how big the eye is. That's something I'm really trying to improve, the eye and the ear and the head shape. And then we have another sister here. Again, really nice eye and ear, and she's starting to stand well as well already, which is something you like to see in a youngster. And we can work on that in training to keep her looking that way. And these two are from another litter where I worked with Michelle from Lily Pop Cavers again. I lent her a sow and she put her boar to it. And these are the two of the resultant babies that I was laid back. And I'm very, very pleased with them. The coat looks absolutely phenomenal in terms of density and texture. There's so much coat there. Just want these ears to settle a little, but I'm really hopeful for these two. And I always enjoy it in the shed. Teddies are so colourful. Because you don't know the background of the KV, you can get so many different patterns and colours coming out in all of the litters. And that's what keeps it interesting, really. And I do enjoy seeing them popcorn around and develop, because teddies change so much. They go through that tatty teddy stage, they go through that molt, the ears drop, the eyes bulge, and the coat comes in fully from the sides. And suddenly you've got this majestic show animal ready to take on the world. But having all these teddies gives you another headache. What to keep, what to pass on, what to show, what to breed with. So I tend to keep a lot of them until they've molted, really, as I still don't have enough experience to know what is going to develop into a good coat or a bad coat, and which ones that I want to keep for showing and which ones for breeding. And occasionally you just get it right. You get a KV with a fantastic coat, lovely colour, lovely head, eye and ear, and that's something that I really look for, because I want to be pleased with the animals that I'm looking at. And for me, that means that the head shape and the body shape, as well as the coat, are paramount. There's no reason to have small eyes or tiny little ears or small heads. You want a KV to have good coverage of coat, good direction, but also good colour as well. I think all of these points really make a teddy unique in that they can have all of these lovely attributes all on one KV. That's possibly why we're starting to see more teddies taking Best in Show awards. And hopefully this trio that I've got at the moment will make it to the show bench. And it'd be nice to see how they compare against the top teddies in the country under some of the top judges. Very hopeful, but nothing's for granted, and it still takes a lot of effort to prepare the coats and keep them in condition. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of the teddies, and hopefully I'll see you at the next show. True, bye.